Hey guys, guess what? I'm on the road again. Already. Seems like I just left my quarantine headquarters in Tacopa to go back to my house in Vegas for a little bit, just to spend some time with my dog and cat and, sleep in my own bed and just be at home. But I think I was only there, about 2 weeks before I started getting itchy feet again. Because I was born under a wandering star. I was born under a wandering star. Remember that? Lee Marvin from Paint Your Wagon, like an old musical back in the day. Anyway, I'm going to have a seat here in my camp chair in the middle of this gorgeous dry lake bed and just enjoy the sunset. Man, it is like the perfect temperature out here right now. Probably like, I don't know, 70 degrees, balmy, calm, no wind. Beautiful evening and much more pleasant than it is back in Vegas right now. For the past, 5 years, I think, maybe even 6 years, ever since I've been self-employed, I've been lucky enough to be able to just, take off during the summer. Usually around mid to late June when the temperature starts creeping up into the triple digits in Vegas. Well, I head north. And in the past, I used to always meet up with my sister and we'd go explore a different state every summer. One summer we went to Idaho. That was probably my favorite, most beautiful hot springs I've ever seen in Idaho. We went a bunch of places, but unfortunately, my sister has that nanny gig that puts her out of commission until, I think the end of the year. At first I thought she was just doing it till September, but now I think she's doing it until like the end of the year. So can't travel around with my sister. All the festivals that I normally go to. I mean, my summer usually kind of revolves around the Burning Man Festival, if you know what that is. It's a big party with like 80,000 people. Well, held on a dry lake bed, kind of like this, but 80,000 people and everybody's on drugs and dancing and doing all this crazy stuff. Great festival, but it got canceled this year because of the friggin' coronavirus. So can't travel with my sister, not going to Burning Man. I was Barry, the Australian beast, had sort of formulated a plan that we would go to Australia and travel around for 6 weeks in a camper van and like cruise all around the outback, and he could show me all this cool stuff and I could make videos. But unfortunately, the coronavirus kind of put the kibosh on that too. I think there's like a 2-week quarantine for all people arriving in Australia. And there's no way I'm going to fly all the way down there. It's like a 20-hour flight just so I can sit in a hotel room for 2 weeks, then do my trip. So, no Burning Man, no Australia, no sister. I'm just all dressed up with nowhere to go. Just kidding. I got plenty of places to go. I mean, I have no shortage of places that I want to check out pinned on my map. But actually, I decided that the first thing I would do is head north and visit my mom because I haven't seen my mom since Christmas. And with everything that's happened in the world since Christmas, it feels like it's been like 5 years since I've seen her. And she's kind of a hermit anyway. She lives up in a really cool cabin in the forest in Northern California. And she's not a very social person anyways. But I think being quarantined and not being able to see me and my other 2 sisters and my brother, she's been feeling a little bit lonely. And, hopefully she could use some company. I don't want to force myself on her, but no, I think she's looking forward to me coming to visit. So I'm going to go stay up there with her for a bit. And I'm really looking forward to, as much as I love the desert, man, being in those coastal redwood forests, it's so like damp and rich and alive. Now, unfortunately, like I said, my mom lives in a really cool cabin that looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. It's really neat. But she's a very private person, so I wouldn't shoot any videos at her house or even ask her if I could. So you'll just have to use your imagination on that. But it's even though it's not the house I grew up in, it's really cozy. And I guess, when I'm there, it feels like home, Like, I guess no matter where your mom ends up moving or where your mom goes, when you're at your mom's house, you feel like you're home. Like I always sleep really well when I'm there, and I don't know, I always feel, sort of safe and protected. But actually, to be honest, I was thinking about it, and I'm not sure I actually even really know what home means. I mean, I was just at my house in Vegas, which is basically my home. But gosh, I spend so little time there. I mean, most of the past few months I spent out in Tacoma at Barry's place. And when I wasn't there, I was sleeping in the back of my rig here. And to be honest, I probably spend more nights sleeping in my car than I do sleeping in my bed at my house in Vegas. So even though my dog and my cat are there and all my stuff, all my things, my clothes, my office, it's weird. I guess it doesn't really feel like home. But to be honest, I guess I've always sort of had a weird relationship with the concept of home, because as a kid, we moved around a lot. I mean, we moved around a lot when I was little, and then my dad joined the army and we moved to Germany, and I, spent 8 years in Germany. And even after I came back from Germany, I've never lived at any one address for longer than 6 or 7 years. In fact, the house that I live in now in Vegas, I've been there, I think 8 years now. And that's the longest I've ever had the same address in my life. But like I said, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like home sometimes. Maybe because I haven't been spending much time there lately, but I don't know. I mean, I like my roommate. He's cool. We're not super close buddies. But, of course I like my dog and cat, and my neighbors are cool, I guess. But I don't know. I've never really felt to be honest, I guess I've never really felt like Las Vegas is my home. I don't want to disparage Las Vegas at all. I know a lot of people love to bag on Vegas and talk about what a crummy place it is to live, but there's plenty to be said for living in Vegas. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just saying that, I've lived in Vegas 20 years, but I'm the only person in my family to have moved away pretty much we're all from the San Francisco Bay Area. Now, my other sister did finally move to LA, so it's not like I'm the only one out of the area, but yeah, for a long time I just felt like I was sort of on vacation, and my real home is in the San Francisco Bay Area. But guess what? I'll never be able to afford a real home in the San Francisco Bay Area. So, you know what? I guess home is just kind of, as long as I have my laptop and a cell phone signal and some kind of way to make coffee, then I guess I'm home. Which means, welcome home! I guess home is where you make it, which in my case is, tonight, anyways, here on this beautiful, peaceful, dry lake bed. All alone. I don't know, I actually like being alone sometimes. Sometimes I do get lonely, but I really do like my alone time. But I guess that's maybe why I don't really feel like I have a home, or why the only home I feel like I sort of have is at my mom's house. I don't know, I feel like a home is sort of made by the people who live there. And I don't know, as a kid, when I was growing up with my brother and sisters and my mom, that definitely felt like a home. My house, it's just me and my roommate and a dog and a cat. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a home. When I was out in Tacoma, it sort of felt like a home, I guess, because I was with Barry. But, when I was in Tacoma, all I did was want to travel around out here. When I'm traveling around out here, all I want to do is go to my mom's house. When I'm at my mom's house, I know I'm going to get bored and want to go back out here. I guess I'll have to go back to Paint Your Wagon again and Lee Marvin when he's saying, "Home is made for coming from and dreams of going to, which with any luck will never come true. I was born under a wandering star, a wandering star." Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my time with my mom. I'm going to enjoy my time on this beautiful lake bed, and I'm going to do what I can to enjoy the heck out of every last drop I can squeeze from every day on this beautiful planet. Because now that I think about it, I guess I consider the entire awesome world my home.